So to make your fruit salad, you're going to need the minimum of 3 different types of fruits and 250 millilitres of fruit juice. So the equipment you're going to need is a chopping board. I would recommend that you put this on a tea towel so it doesn't slide around on the table or unit. A sharp vegetable knife, a measuring jug to measure your fruit juice in, a colander to wash your fruit in cold water. You will also need a food container to put your fruit salad in, and I would recommend that you prepare a vessel to put all the fruit waste in as well. We've got this range of fruit that we're going to show you how to cut today. It's always good to look at the packaging to see where your fruit has come from. So today we've got strawberries from Egypt and we've got grapes from Brazil. The apples are British. And as we bought the other fruit loose, unfortunately we don't know where that comes from. But as they've made such a long journey to be with us today, it's very important that we wash fruit in cold water. So if you haven't got a colander to wash the fruit in, use the containers that they come in, because they do have holes at the bottom, so you can wash them in the containers. This is my mini chef today who's going to be helping me make my Christmas fruit salad. The first thing we're going to talk about is why we make fruit salad. So, do you know? Go on then.
It's yummy.
It is delicious, isn't it? Some people are put off by fruit and having to peel it and chop it, whereas if it's in bite-sized pieces, looking colourful and delicious, young people are more inclined to try it. Also, lots of fruit, when we cut them open, go brown, and that's called enzymic browning. And so adding it to a citrus acid like a juice actually stops that process happening, because enzymic browning is when the sugar reacts with the oxygen in the air and turns the fruit brown.
Yeah.
So as we are doing our demonstration, we're going to do a little science experiment too.
Yeah,
so,
and it works with lemon.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to use this acid in the lemon
and the juice.
Yeah, to see what happens, how good it is at stopping an apple going brown. What you're going to do first of all, Phoebe, is you're going to cut that lemon in half for me and juice it. So we need a juice from the lemon. So the cutting method that Phoebe's using is the bridge. So she's broken the skin and now she's slicing the lemon directly in half. She's not pressing with a knife, she's using the knife to saw the lemon. So that's really good practice, because then the knife is not likely to slip. Well done, excellent. So just juice half the lemon for me, and we're going to put some lemon juice on this plate here. Phoebe, I'm going to cut this apple in half. So again, when we're cutting, we use the point of the knife to break the skin and slice. We're going to cut 2 parts of the apple away, and we're going to use these for our science experiment. So again, with the bridge technique, we're going to point and slice and cut the apple in half. We're going to slice down the middle of the apple.
Yeah, that has the seeds in it, because we don't eat the seeds.
And remember, you should always clear up as you're going along.
Some people think that if you eat watermelon seeds, it'll grow in your belly, but it won't.
No, it won't. So we've got 2 pieces of apple. One we're going to dip in lemon juice, and one we're going to leave just on its own.
For the whole entire video.
For the whole entire video.
And see which one was the best.
Yeah, so that one is going to be the one without lemon juice, and then if you want to just dunk that one into the lemon juice.
Well, that fits better with the other one.
Well, we're going to leave them totally separate on different sides of the plates. And then again, we're going to pop that in the waste bin as we're going along. So cover it all and then put it on this side of the plate, nowhere near the other one. There we go. And we're going to see what happens to those by the end. Excellent. So now, to prevent the food, the enzymic browning, we're going to measure our juice first and put the juice into the container.
Yeah.
So we need 250 millilitres of... As Phoebe's doing that, I'm going to start by showing you how to cut some of the fruits that I have today. So we're going to start with our grapes from Brazil. Now, grapes can be a choking hazard to young people. Excellent, pour it in there. So with grapes, we need to cut them. So when you're cutting small things like grapes, again, we have to point and slice. Because if we didn't point and slice and we just squished, we wouldn't get that nice cut. Brilliant. And you're demonstrating the bridge technique there really well, so well done, Phoebe. So as Phoebe's cutting the grapes lengthways, I'm going to show you how to cut an orange. So with an orange, you find the top, and you can see it by the green spike. We're going to point and break the skin. We're going to sink the knife in, and we're going to go round the world with this orange.
Round the world.
So the knife just sinks into the
Round
skin.
the world.
Yes, and then break the skin this way. And then we're going to score the skin around the world, so it's like a cross.
Yeah, I like to feel like
Excellent. So now we're going to peel the outside skin away, and it'll come off really nicely because we've scored it. This is something you could do to prepare your orange for break time in school. Yeah. So you can have the pit. With oranges first, we point and break the skin and we slice it in half. I'm using the sawing action, and then they go flat side down on the chopping board. And then again, we're going to cut that orange directly in half. And we're going to look out for any inedible seeds. And we can point and slice again and cut it this way. Now with this, we're trying to make sure that all the fruit parts are roughly around the same size and bite-sized pieces. So each segment of orange is going to be cut into 3. As the strawberries do have edible seeds, which are, so we're just going to peel away the green top by pointing and slicing, and then our strawberries again are going to be cut into bite-sized pieces with the bridge technique. So we're going to cut them in half and half again, depending on the size of your strawberries. Now we've got a plum. Now plums can arrive at your house quite dusty, so you do need to get a cloth and wash them. Yeah. And now these are called a stoned fruits. There is a stone in the middle. So when you have a stoned fruit, first of all, again, use your knife to sink it in.
Go around the world.
Yeah, exactly. Again, that technique of going around the world. So we're rolling the knife around, sinking it through the fruit.
And then you pull it apart.
Excellent. You have to do the shimmy first, like that, just to get it, and then it'll open it. So we're going to open it up like that. There's a stone, so we can cut that out. And again, with this circular fruit, it's flat side down so it doesn't wobble on the table. And then with the bridge technique, we're going to cut it into quarters and try and cut it roughly the same size as we've cut the other pieces of fruit. So if your chopping board does get a bit too juicy, remember just to mop up the juice with some kitchen towels so that it doesn't become too dangerous to chop on. So now I'm going to show you how to chop a kiwi. Now with a kiwi, sometimes they can be quite hard or sometimes they can be very ripe. Now you can cut the skin off with a knife. So if you are using a knife, you need to use a claw technique to support the fruits. Break the skin and then with your knife you're going to cut away the inedible skin. So I'm just doing a little bit of a sawing action around the fruits to cut the skin away. Now if you want, you could try using a peeler. So we can do the same with a peeler. by peeling away the skin.
Like a potato.
Like a potato. And it is always good to develop your chopping skills. So if you can help at home with a Christmas dinner by peeling the potatoes or carrots for your adults at home, I'm sure they'll really appreciate your help. So once we've peeled away the skin, we're going to cut the top off the kiwi. And this is the claw technique. So I'm supporting the fruit with my fingers and they're away from the knife.
Okay.
And then we're going to slice the kiwi into, so pointing and slicing into lovely circles. And then again, we're going to try and make these the same size pieces as every piece of fruit we've got in our salad. So we're going to cut them into quarters. And, and the last thing we're going to add to our fruit salad is the pomegranate. Yes. So what we're going to do first of all with the pomegranate, it is classed as an exotic fruit, and this one is from Brazil. Brazil, yes. So first of all, we're going to have to roll the pomegranate, and this will break the seeds in the fruit. And then,
so then when you cut it, they'll come out.
Yeah, and then with the bridge technique, we're going to break the skin. Oh, look at that juice coming out already. And we're going to cut it directly in the middle.
Once we did this, and the juice got everywhere.
Yeah, it's very juicy. Look at the colours of these. They look like little jewels.
They do.
Lovely. So then I'm going to pass that over to Phoebe because she loves this job. This is a great thing. If you are cooking at home, you know, it's really important to get your family involved. So if you've got small siblings, they can help you too. Because it's really important that everyone develops their cooking skills and cutting techniques.
With the pomegranate, and you put it in a spoon.
If you catch the juice as well, that's even better because the juice is delicious. Look at all these ones coming out. So what we're doing is we're squeezing around the skin and they're just dropping into the bowl. What we need to try and do is we need to break the little gems of pomegranates away from the cells that they're in, and then that bit can go in the food waste. So looking back now at our science experiment at the end, we can see the difference that the lemon juice has made to the apple. So the apple we dipped in lemon juice has stayed perfect and still looks really yummy and appetizing, and the one that was left has started to go brown and might not look very appealing to eat anymore. So remember, when you've cut your fruit salad, always keep it in an airtight container and only serve when people are ready. Salad looks really colourful and appetising. So now all we have to do is wash up. But remember when you're washing up that it's really important that you think about knife safety. So make sure that your knives are always on the side of the sink and you only put them into the hot water when you're ready to wash them. Excellent, well done. We can't wait to see your photos of your fruit salads on Teams.